doing? Are you thinking that? You probably know the answers. One, assuming, well, somebody would have gone around to sorting this out, it must be legal. There's so many of us, that's what my clients tell me, so many of us, surely the government sorted it out. No, they didn't. Avoidance of the difficult divorce law, as some people see it. In the papers, you read about a 50-50 split all the time. You read about celebrity divorces. You read about the fact she took me to the cleaners. That doesn't actually happen. It's needs-based. The judges here are very honest and fair, and they will look after the party. Even if it's a man and the wife is very wealthy. In Islam, you wouldn't get that happening, but in English law, that can happen. So please don't let them scare you by saying that. And then the increasing thing, all that matters is Islamic marriage. We've already talked about that. Further than that, they also believe that all cohabitees, which means people who live together, have equal rights. You've heard that, haven't you? Even non-Muslims everywhere think, oh, common law marriage, if you live together, or if you have a child, you have equal rights. That's a nonsense, and any family law will tell you, we do not have rights for people living together. You're just a girlfriend if you live together. Fear of commitment. Let's see how it goes. You've heard that one? You don't want to commit just yet. Let's see how it goes. And then if you behave well in a couple of years, or you give me a son, or you're lovely to my mother, then maybe I'll reward you. And maybe I'll make you legal. So we've got all that narrative going on. Women, the complacency that they show, oh, we'll get round to it one day, the napkins have to match the flowers, and the lighting has to be perfect. But the legal side, it's a bit boring, isn't it? Talking about that. We'll talk about that later. But that later never comes sometimes. And then now, increasingly, the fear of losing the rishta, the proposal, if you insist. You're familiar with that? That he'll just go to another woman who doesn't know her rights, much easier than asking for your legal rights, as Islam teaches you. Don't want to do that. Then the pressure increasingly from husbands and fiancés and family members that don't commit, son, never commit to a legal marriage. Never mind what Islam says, you want to keep your wealth intact and your earnings, so don't do that. So there's a lot of dialogue going on behind the scenes that leads to all this. Marriage rates are at an all-time low for everyone. It's not just Muslims, is it? Everybody's scared of marriage and divorce. But Muslims can't live together without marriage. So we feel we have to at least have a nikah to make it jaiz and legal. So that's why I think we're seeing all this happening. What are the consequences? You must know what happens if you don't register. I told you that you're just a girlfriend, so you don't have any rights. If you've got a child, then at least you can get a home for them. That's fine. But if you don't have a child, the English law holds it to be a non-marriage, as I told you. I've lobbied for the status of at least nullity, at least call it voidable for lack of registration so you can get your financial rights. That was completely turned down until this year. We've just had a report of a 2016 case of K&K. Finally, we can bring cases for all of you women out there that says that you couldn't register for whatever reason, but it is a marriage in every other respect, and so you should have your rights of a marriage. So that's actually happened very recently. We need more cases to come through. There is utter chaos and confusion, as you can imagine, when the judges can't even agree. And that's gone to appeal, by the way, so watch this space. We just need to sort things out permanently. Should there be another solution? Could we have nikah contracts, one standard nikah contract around the whole country instead of every mosque doing their own? Maybe that's something we should consider. Prenuptial agreements, prenups, which say you keep your things, I keep my things, what we earn together we share. We could have these kind of things because they are now binding under English law as long as they're fair. So if Islam is allowing you to have nikah certificate with a contract which can have every clause, you should use that, okay? And write it down, whatever you want to say. But the consequence is not just on divorce, you have no right when it splits up, no right to the family property or income, made homeless overnight. Many women will have the news by text or WhatsApp, don't come home tonight, don't bring the kids home, go to your mum's. The locks have been changed. It's happening as you speak now to women out there in Bradford. Is that prevalent? Why is it happening? Why are they being left destitute? They're dependent on welfare benefits or with their family. Some living with their family, 4 years, 5 years. The husband, of course, remarries. He's not going to stay single. You know that they always remarry, and it's right that they want to get on with their life. He has more children, but she's trapped in a marital captivity, we call it. It's like a prison, isn't it? You're trapped without a divorce. No maintenance, no home. Devastated, depressed, destroyed. I mean, that's how I see it every single day. Polygamy, that's another one I want to bring to your attention. It is rising. Affairs are not permitted in Islam. Polygamy has seen a massive rise in recent years. There are very strict conditions in Muslim countries, aren't there, on polygamy and how you can behave with wives, but none here. So everyone's doing whatever they feel like. About 1 in 4 of my clients now are complaining of polygamy. Just yesterday, 5 calls, 2 to 3 that I remember were polygamy, which is ridiculous. It's too many to count now. It's not bigamy, try and remember that. People will say to you, oh, don't worry, you can't get married legally, it's bigamy, it's a criminal offense. You'll go to jail for 7 years. But that's not true. If it's an Islamic marriage, remember, she's just a girlfriend, so you don't have anything to worry about. It is bigamy, however, if he went to Morocco or Pakistan and got what he thought was a legal divorce, quickly tried to get another marriage done, came here and found he's not even legally divorced. So there's a real mess going on. Nobody even knows if they're legally married or divorced or remarried. It would be nice, wouldn't it, to have some clarity. And the secret Islamic marriage, I really truly believe it should not exist. Really, perhaps now in 21st century Britain, we might need to have a central register, an online register of nikahs, so we know. Because the amount of women who find out he's got a wife in Birmingham while they were back in London, it's not right. We need to have transparency in our relationships.